I know. What are you like, eh? Morning world, welcome to Wednesday 9th of October, and we're starting today with a little bit of drama. Holly came and picked me up from Warren's this morning. I took my Land Rover in for its annual service, and when we came back, coming for the gate, and somebody was carrying her rear left leg. I don't know if she's jumped over a fence and caught it in barbed wire, or she's had a scrap with Pepper, and it's quite a nasty cut on her left leg. So I rang Abby at the vet's and said, have you got some Metacam? I think she needs a bit of pain relief. And I said, and I looked at it again and said, actually it's quite bad. And is there a vet in? Bearing in mind, this is our large animal vets, not small animal vets. And she said, oh, well, Sam's gone out, but David's here, the boss. And I said, will you have a look? Yeah, bring her on down. So we've been down to Tyndale Vets, and David, the boss, took a look. He's put 3 stitches in. Basically, she's cut herself on her other leg, basically round inside there. Not something you can staple, it needed stitches. So she's had her stitches with a local anaesthetic. I am now, we're home, she's now going to get a dose of that and one of those. So the only thing is, dogs and tablets, isn't it? So, although in this case we have a bit of advantage, is that she likes food. She likes food a lot. So I reckon, even though that's quite a big tablet, if I wrap that in a bit of ham or cheese, what do you reckon?
I think you just give it to her.
No, I think she needs. I think she needs a Biscuit wants to play. I think we'll just find something in the fridge. What have we got in here? Jelly belly. So in here we've got. So we'll have a bit of Tesco's finest, and we'll just see. What I'll do is I'll give her a bit without first. Ooh, yummy. And then what we'll do, we'll give her a bit with and see if that works. Oh, what's that? Yummy, yum, yum.
Did you drop it?
Gone.
Yeah.
Absolutely gone.
Such a good girl.
Right, that's the way to do that. I don't like, I mean, if you have to push it down the throat with your finger, you do, but I'd rather not. So I don't want to leave the others out, so.
Yeah, I've been doing this since.
Bit for you and a bit for you. You've had yours. You can have a bit more later on, because you've got to have another tablet later, haven't you? Yes, you have, yeah. She was keen. Right, that's that bit done.
Did you got to be in the cage?
I'm gonna put her in the cage for a while. Well, I think for today.
Out for a little bit before we...
Yeah, I think she's going to have to just rest it. So, right, second thing is...
Your best friend.
is Loxicam, which is basically the same as Metacam. It's just got a different name. I don't think it's quite as expensive either. So, we will... We reckon she was 20 kilos. So,
That reminds me of
I don't know.
medication that I used to.
Yeah, I don't know what I know.
Medication I used to have when I got tonsillitis.
All right, okay. So look, Abby, because of my eyes,
She wrapped it.
she put a bit of sticky on there so that I could fill it up to the right dose. I said, I'm not flipping blind. So 20 mils.
Is it not easier to do it now?
Eh?
Is it not easier?
What?
Wow.
Well.
It's drowsy because you haven't had pain medication before.
Right. You can hold that.
I'm doing it.
Pickle. Come on. Come here. Good girl. Come here. Good girl. So this will just make you feel better, right? Good girl. Mmm, yummy. That's it. She's done. She can go in her cage for a couple of hours. I'm hoping she's not going to bother with the bandage. She's not offered to chew it yet, has she? Okay.
She's never been one to really...
No.
care.
What did you do?
Yes, I know, Biscuit. I know you're there.
Yeah, I don't know what you did, but you made a good job of it. Right. Come on. Let's go and put you in your cage for an hour.
Everything you like.
Thank you. Come on, you. Come on. Don't mind. Don't knock it. Psst, psst. Oi. Come on. Good girl. In you go. I know it's a bit boring, but I will periodically let you out for a pee and a drink. All right? You just need to you just need to rest it. Okay? Good girl. Right. That's the important bit done out of the way. So literally, as soon as we spotted that, it was get it organised. I was about to bring the tractor down for you. I'll have a cup of tea and I'll bring the tractor down after then. Yeah, all right, okay. I'll put the key back on the hook for a minute. Right, should we try that again? Tea break is done. They've had theirs, I've had mine. I'm going to take the case out so they can run the 20-ton log splitter, and I think what I'll do is I'll steal the skid steer back off of them and give the cattle another bale. I know the cattle are a long way away, but just to be on the safe side, you know, in case I get distracted, I think I'm gonna shut that gate, and I think I might have a little bit of a scratch about in here too. Get rid of some of this. I think neighbour's bought himself a noisy motorbike and he's having fun with it. So, not sure if he actually knows how to ride it, but hopefully he'll learn soon enough. Anyway, I've just ordered our second lot of electrical stuff for the barn. I won't say I'm over-egging it, but it's like we're gonna have the electricians here for probably 2 days to do everything we want to do. All that there is getting adjusted because that now is kind of not brilliant. That old light will come down. Yeah, when this is done, we're not going to know ourselves with just the light that we'll have at our disposal. So we're still going to have the bulkhead lights at both ends. I might change position of those a little bit. So our normal nighttime lighting in here is not going to be really, really bright. It's just going to be enough that if I come down in the shed at night, I can see if anything's in trouble. The big lights are there really that if something is in trouble or if I've got a problem, I can flick a switch and then say we had to have the vet out at night or we had a real problem, we can see what we're doing. It just makes life a bit safer. Right, keys. But it's still standing. Put that under the wheel. No, under the wheel. Yeah, so I want to put the wheel of the tractor on there. So put that over there like that. Put that there. I'll set the wheel on that. It just helps to hold that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just stabilises it a little bit. Don't make a lot of difference really. So there's a little notch on there. If you switch it, you can feel him. So you got to push that up, push that in. Always make sure we're clean on the earth. You don't want to stick a dirty end in there. You know what I mean? Having sticking a dirty end in can cause problems. You get quite itchy, I think. Go on, Ewan. Go on, Ewan. Is he in there? Yeah. Right, okay. You know how it works in here? So it's on number 3.
Not all of it needs
no.
With the tractor.
All right, so number 3. Try it, Stu. Yeah, that's the right way round.
Yeah.
So depending on which way you plug those in.
Yeah, it's backwards and forwards.
Yeah, but what you got to do is you need the stick to go in there.
Right. Stop it popping out.
Yeah. So when you're done, just take the stick out, let it go back in the middle. Otherwise, what happens? You'll let go of that quick and just pops out.
Right. Okay.
Pops out of drive. So yeah. I'm going to give you a little bit more. 800 RPM should be plenty.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
If you've got any problems, I'll give you a ring. I'll just turn it off.
Key.
Is it just a key?
Yeah. Hand throttle there.
Yeah.
Haven't got to touch any of that.
No.
And just turn it off.
No pedal or anything.
No. You need the clutch to start it.
Yeah.
But other than that, if you're just shutting it off, if you're still at your lunchtime, you could just turn the key off and you can start him again with the pump on. You haven't got to turn that off.
Okay.
It's only when we're finished the pump comes off. So
okay.
yeah. All right.
It revs down and then turn it off.
Yeah. But if you're running at about 800 RPM, it's plenty for that.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, now I'll steer the skid steer. I don't need it for an hour. Half an hour. Bales in first, and then we'll have a little bit of a scratch round where they put the spike at the far end, don't he? Sorry, am I making old man noises again? All that grunting and I don't even know I'm doing it half time. Buckets there as well. I might have to go over to the farm and get another of the bales back. We're getting through a bale a day at the minute, or 2 bales every 2 days. It's a bale a day. Actually, I think I'm going to put you that way. So I messaged Tim this morning and said, or asked him if he'd managed to fabricate one of those. It's basically the little bracket that holds the feed barrier onto the post, because I'm looking at putting that old feed barrier that I took out from the bottom shed, putting it back in, it's so wet. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to have very little choice before long. I'm going to have to let the cattle come in at night. It's not going to do them any good if they can't find anywhere dry to lie. And we've had so much rain, it really has got to the point almost where there isn't anywhere dry for them to lie down at night. So I need to be prepared that if I make the decision, all I got to do is open the gate. It'll bugger up, for the want of a better description, me concrete in a safe yard, but if I have to do that next year, so be it. I mean, whatever happens, we're going to do the north end yard. We can work around that, and then it might be a case of then working out hurdles. Turn that off a minute. Changing hurdles around that we can maybe then extend that yard temporarily once this is concreted into here, and still put feed barriers out here. I don't know. I mean, we've got quite a lot of cattle. We're not going to have any calves, so that's one thing we know we're not. And I've still got basically 30 cattle per side. So it's still going to be quite tight. But now they've got outside as well. So a lot less tight. So there's no cattle rushing up to get at these bales. So they're not hungry. That's one thing, I suppose. Just looking at this and thinking, shall I bother scraping it at all today? I mean, it is wet. The problem is, because where they pull the bales out, it holds the wet, but it's not that mucky, and it is stone. So I think maybe, although I don't like seeing it like this, I might be better off leaving it like it is, because coming in here with a skid steer and trying to muck it out, I am just going to loosen up the stone underneath. That decision's made. I'll scrape it out next time. So you can over egg stuff sometimes, and you can actually create more problems than the ones you're trying to solve in the first place. There you go, sorted. How you doing, hey? How you doing? At least you're putting a little bit of weight on it, so, right, hello you. Right, just let Pickle out for a run, and a wee. All right, shut up, you misery guts. Oh, shh, you. So, yeah, I've just spent the last 40 minutes wandering up and down that hedge down there. For no other reason other than my mother-in-law is convinced there's somebody sat in there watching us. Shh. So I have to, it's a couple of times I do this. Now and again I have to go and just reassure. I literally walk up and down the hedge and beat it with a stick or something, and then come back and tell her there's no one in there. But yeah. I mean, she's in her 90s, so All right, so they've got bales. Cattle have come back up. Guys are just going to finish up now, a bit of lunch, and then we've been called out by the county council to do a tree across a footpath, which locally is, or luckily is quite local, so they're going to go and clear that. And me this afternoon, I've got to go to the farm and have a chat with one of the neighbours over there who's got some flood problems that I might be able to help with. So, right, that's this afternoon. And look, you just put your foot on my foot just to make sure that I notice you. Is that what it is? Yeah, okay. Is that because everybody else has had the fuss today except you? Is it? Hey. Look, I know I keep on about the rain, and I'm kind of sorry, but I'm not sorry. It's just so that you understand, those of you that are not in the UK, kind of what we're putting up with. That is the last 24, no, a bit more than that, about 30 hours. That's the last 30 hours of rain we've had. So 19 mil, 3/4 of an inch. I don't know what you Americans call that, because 9/16, something like that. A lot of rain anyway. So it is just gone 5 o'clock. The guys have just gone home, and just before they went home, they informed me that they've broken the handbrake on the cherry picker. Well, they haven't broken it, the cable's gone. They said to me, the handbrake's not working. I said, have you pulled the cable out? I went down, took the boot off the handbrake lever and just pulled the cable out, so the cable's broke. So job for tomorrow morning, replace that. Right, I'm gonna go and recover my tractor. Right, the guys have made a bit of a hole in the log heap. Oh, we got 12 bags. Not sure about you. 12 bags. If you unplugged him. No, better do that. Yeah. Want to make a bit more of a hole in it yet though, before we start filling it back up again. That's quite hard to do one-handed, you know. Like that. So, tomorrow. Oh, I'm busy first thing, aren't I? I've got a farmer duty to do first thing in the morning tomorrow. Early start. I might tell you about it, but then I might not, because it'll probably upset a few. Ah well, I got thick skin. Poor old Richard, he's having to fork all his green waste off of his truck. Solenoid's gone on his tipper. Poor chap. He wanted to know if I could fix it, and I said, well, I don't know what is it the solenoid or is it the switch? He goes, I don't know. I said the fuse, he goes, done the fuse, not the fuse. So it's got to be solenoid or switch. He said, well, you can always short the switch out. He said, I'm frightened of doing that because if it's the solenoid and not the switch, when I start tipping it up, can I let it back down again? I go, Fair comment. Right, well, they're back in there beating up another bale. Not the best of stuff we've got, but they're Dexters. They'll still convert that. So, whereas your dairy cows or some of your modern continentals would probably turn their nose right up at that. I would just like a couple of weeks dry, please.